Take a picture and be like, hey Dad, ours is better.
Yeah, but it doesn't say Houdini up there. It just says asshole up there.
Asshole?
Yeah, look. Asshole Opera House. I gotta pee. Seriously.
Spray it for like a good 5 seconds. Spray and let it sit for 15
Where are we going, JP? What?
They don't have those anymore.
They do. There's this bar in the one in my town where I live.
Boat station and through line, we're going to figure out the best spot for it.
Right at the bottom of the town already.
Pens to sign.
Hey Dan, just need to tell you, Goliath, this is gone but not forgotten from another park.
Yeah, California.
It's gone but not forgotten.
Oh yeah, Carlos.
Yeah.
Gone for,
Yeah.
Carlos gone but not forgotten.
He's gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, we don't do
We'll come over just so everyone can hear, and we'll get the appropriate person to answer. So, what questions do you have about 2015 season, Wicked Cyclone, or anything on your mind? Dun, dun, dun. Hi.
Would there be a single rider's line?
Oh, a single rider's line. You want to talk about that on Wicked Cyclone?
That's for Bonetti.
First off, I just want to say hello. How's everybody enjoying the event so far?
Yeah!
Real quick, and I promise I'm going to answer the question. I've been doing this for a while, going into my 20th season now in the industry, and I've been to a number of these ACE events. Going back where I used to live and here, and I've got to say, this is one of the finest jobs I've ever seen, and a huge round of applause for our marketing and sales team. So after that, I wish I had better news about the single rider line. The answer is no, we do not have a single rider line within Cyclone. And we looked at a number of different ways that we can do it, but unfortunately we are using the existing queue line, the existing station, and the existing infrastructure, and we just did not have a way that we were able to wedge that in and make that a part of the program. But we are still going to really max out the throughput and the capacity on that line, because we do plan on gearing up on the staffing to have full crews and similar staffing models that you see typically at Bizarre and at Goliath. And we're going to make sure that we have plenty of staff up there cranking people through to be one of the highest throughput hybrid wood coasters in the company. That's our goal.
All right. And we had another guest join us. If you have any questions regarding to maintenance, give it up for Josh Canify. He's one of our managers in maintenance. All right. Other questions. You guys were full of them earlier. Let's see. Anything else? Wicked Cyclone 2015? Yes. Right over there. Hold on. Let's get Pete to you. I think everyone's just so happy eating.
Can you give us more details on the restraint or the harness improvements that you're doing to Mind Eraser?
To Mind Eraser. Great question, Josh.
Yes. We are actually ordering all new shoulder restraints straight from Tacoma, the right manufacturer. They are going to be the same foam as before, but they're going to look a lot more vibrant. They're going to feel a lot better because they've had those years of form. And we're also using correct new seat bottoms as well. So it's going to be great. It's going to be like having a new train. It's going to feel like a new train. That's the great part about it.
Thank you. That's really good news. Awesome. Now hands are flying. So let's get some more. I saw some hands over here. Anything? Oh.
Skyway Station, what's going on with that?
Skyway Station. At this point, I'm going to share with you, stay tuned, okay? We don't have any definitive answer at this point, but later on today, we're going to hand you a little piece of paper. We have our next SFNE live chat scheduled. And so many of you were so gracious in thanking us that we do that platform. It's going to be June 17th. 7 p.m. Later on, you'll get that piece of paper with the link and information, and you never know where we share more information. Yes, sir? Hold on, we'll get you that mic.
So far,
In surround sound.
So far, only RMC hybrids have been built in warm climates. How has the nor'easter, if you will, affected the construction schedule?
Well, I'll tell you a few things about the construction. I think that our maintenance department and the crew that we have up in here in New England has got to be one of the hardest working, most dedicated and tenacious workers I've ever seen, because they have not let this snow and this weather put them behind one bit on the construction. So that's something that I know that all of you guys really appreciate, as people who really look forward to those opening days. So as far as construction goes, we feel as though it really has not affected us at all, and fortunately we have had just a little bit of experience too as a company. We do have a hybrid up in Chicago.
Go there first.
That was put in last year with Goliath, and they too, have very similar weather to us in terms of the snow and the wind and everything else. So we're pulling through no problem. That's a good question.
All right, breaking news. I guess we have approval in regards to Skyway on the north side. We're just announcing this first time ever. That's where the lockers will be for Wicked Cyclone. That's
Yeah, your lockers.
Yay, lockers.
Okay, now there's like a million hands. All right, this is the Acers I know. In the back, right there.
Along with the speakers, you guys said that there's going to be a jumbotron.
Yes.
Where is that going to be?
Mike Cinciola, want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure, I'm the group sales manager, so Jumbotron, yes. It's going to be right outside the theater here, if my understanding is correct. Right on top, and it's going to be massive, so look for that this summer. Hello, everybody.
And I just the capabilities of this Jumbotron is really excellent. The technology is extremely advanced, so you'll see the picture during the day or night, and we'll be allowed to utilize that for advertising and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, fun factoids, things like that. What other questions?
Cyclone's queue doesn't seem to be very large.
There are some queue line modifications that are going to happen versus last year's queue line, so that'll give us a little bit more space. And again, if anybody's been to Chicago, they had a very elaborate system of overflow queuing that a lot of times theme parks will execute those sorts of plans. And so if we need to put that queuing out onto the midway, we have some ideas there. If we need to put it down the Cyclone ramp, more towards the main midway, we do as well. So we will be well prepared for it, but it is actually a very good question there of just how popular will this ride be. And I think that you and I are on the same page. We are really expecting a huge guest response, and we're going to be ready for the crowds.
Sure. Okay, we're going to take a couple more questions. I love it. Who's next? Hi there.
I don't want
You do not, you project. I know this guy.
With the map, SFNE online is like sneakers of the area, and there were numbers, and there were more than I expected, so the other numbers are besides Cyclone's numbers on the map.
Yeah, and give it up for him. He's fantastic. I love that.
Yes, so the numbers that were on that map, as we all know, the new store is going to be going over there. An additional number that was on there is the photo booth location, which will be right at the exit of the attraction as you're exiting. I think that's all the numbers that were on that little snippet that we sent out.
Couple more questions. Good stuff.
I have two questions. What are you going to do for entertainment in this building? Is David Garrity going to be back? And my second question is for the Cyclone, are you going to do the numbered boarding passes that they did for Goliath in Chicago? Where when you got into the line, they gave you a boarding pass with numbers.
I am going to let Mr. Shannon, our shows manager, answer the first question about Rockville Gym, and then I'll jump in on that.
Guy, Mr. Shannon. David Garrity will be back this year. We're going to do a similar format where we're going to bring in some variety performers that will do some in between the matches. We really felt like that as a freshman on the show last year, so that's going to be something that we're going to look forward to do this year, and be able to change them out during the summer, so you don't always see the same show. So that'll be the plan there this year. The other question?
I can take the other question. So the numbering system, where everybody gets a number as they enter into line, We do not have immediate plans to start with that, or at least not as of today, from our last staff meeting, but we always have that as a resource available that if we feel as though we need to in order to ensure consistent, crowd control and consistent protection against line jumping, that is a strategy that we can certainly deploy. We just have to weigh, kind of the benefit versus the risk on that, because, even that system is wonderful in a lot of ways, but sometimes it still acts as an inconvenience for guests at times. So, it's one of those strategies that we may decide to do, but right now, we don't have it on the table.